Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, sometimes it is good to have the last session of the day, and sometimes it is not so good to have the last session of the day, especially when you have just enjoyed so good pastries and it's been a hard day for you. So I will make it sweet and simple and short. I don't want to sort of waste your time on the things which you already not know. See, most of us have a choice of career. Each one of us have chosen a career based on our past experiences, our family history and all. The guys who are there in this room, you guys have chosen a career which involves keeping others comfortable, keeping others happy. A lot of you, in fact, almost each one of you at one time would have lost his or her sleep so that somebody else can sleep properly, so that somebody else is comfortable. So before I start my presentation, I would like you all to give a big round of applause to yourself. You had a choice of other careers, but you went for this. So let me start from there. Although the topic of the presentation is more on in-room, guest rooms, but still from Samsung side, we will cover how the hotel can give the overall experience to your guests. It's a small presentation talking about what Samsung emphasizes as the connect points or the wow moments or the moment of truth where your hotel staff can connect to the guests and how Samsung can make that experience better for you. Before that, let me tell you the agenda. So I'll give you a little bit of overview of what Samsung is, how the industry key trends are, and then we move on to what Samsung offers there. So industry key trends. So if you see very clearly, the trend right from 1920, where there was traditional lodging, to 2005 or to the present scenario, it's evolved. And it's evolved to the extent that it has moved from just an accommodation to personalized attention to the guests. Earlier, it was just lodging, providing good food, that's the end of it. Nowadays, it is not just that. There's so much of competition, there's stiff competition. Each and every hotel is striving to figure out what is the personalized attention that I can give to this particular guest, with the objective of making him or her comfortable so that they shell out more dollars. At the end of the day, it's business. So we want them to stay as comfortable as possible, come back more often, and spend as much as possible on our property. That is the primary objective. So who are the current travelers, right? The maximum percentage of the travelers born 1980 and beyond. Correct? These are the guys who are tech savvy. They have grown up with the internet. They did not have to adapt to it. They grew up with that. So what makes them, when they have grown up with that, so their transformation, there's more flexibility, but they want it instantaneously at the click of every button. This is how the guest has evolved. They are no longer willing to wait. They will do their research before coming into your property. So what else does this guest ask for? The non-room space which was there earlier is now playing a very vital role in making the choices of the guests. Right from the online site where they try to read the review of the hotel, to the site from where they booked, to when they walk into your hotel, the ambience of the hotel, the other areas which are their contact points, and of course inside the room. Some statistics which I have written here, 36 of these millennial travelers prefer to work in the lobby area. How many of you have seen that in the hotels? Many of them, right? When checking in and checking out, 83% of these travelers who are millennial travelers prefer non-contact. They do not want to see a face. They would rather check out on an automated mode, probably from an app, probably from a mobile, from a self-kiosk desk, and move out of the hotel. Because they don't have time. At the same time, now how is the in-room part evolving for them? As I said, this particular generation grew up with internet. They have their personalized choices. They carry their own music, they carry their own movies. So they want that to be able to connect to the entertainment system in the room to enjoy those. It is no longer what the hotel provides. It's what they have. Can the hotel connect to it? Can the hotel in-room actually, my movies, can I see that? So that's how it has evolved. So 98% of the hotel guests will turn on their TV within the 5 minutes of entering the room. So I'll give you some cases. Samsung is probably the only company which has a big team which does research on hospitality, especially for in-rooms as well as for outside areas, the public areas. So based on the data which we have over the years, we've realized that to capture to this millennial customer or to the guests, where is it that the hoteliers need to invest? 51% of your technology focus currently should be towards in-room. And that is what I think you would have also experienced. You're probably automating the rooms. You're providing higher-end TVs, probably better communications, probably better plumbing. So 51% of the technology part should be actually in rooms. 12% in the lobby, 23% in the front desk, and 14% in the meeting and event space. Some of the examples. Anybody knows about Marriott 6 Degrees? Anybody from Marriott here? Okay. How many of you know Tinder? Many people know Tinder. So it is something like Tinder, but for hotel guests inside the Marriott lobby. You download the application. What it does is from your LinkedIn profile, it will pick up your choices, your work profile, and find out similar guests in the hotel lobby who are using this application. And then allow you to communicate. Why? The hotel wants you to pair up and spend some money. They want equal, like-minded people to get together and spend more money in the property. That's how technology is evolving. Catchphrase, which connected with Moxie is again a brand of Marriott. It's a low-end brand. At a budget brand, they're offering you check-in, check-out from cell phones. Keys, the cell phone can be used as keys. So this is something which the hoteliers are getting offered, or the hoteliers are offering to the customer. Aria is a hotel in Las Vegas, very high-end, came about 10 years back. At that time, the moment you enter the room, it automatically, depending on your profile, whether you're a guy or a girl, it'll set the room temperatures. It'll open up the curtains, switch on the lights. When you move out of the room, the sensors will sense there's nobody in the room, switch off all the lights and the AC. So these are things which hoteliers did to add operational efficiency, to increase the guest experience, and hence increase their stay back or their loyalty towards them. So a little bit about the trends which were happening worldwide. What is it that Samsung has to offer to make that connect with the guests? Please bear with me. This is a concept presentation. We have all these products with us, but it is not that they have always been used. But this is the way we envisage that if the hotel uses it, then you can have a much better connect with your customers. So there are 3 areas where we have divided it. One is smart experience, which allows your customer to have a unique and differentiated experience of technology. One is smart information. The smart information part wherein the hotel staff or the hotel communicates with the guest. And of course, smart management, which brings in operational efficiency. So before I move forward, there are two videos I want to play. What did Samsung do for these two hotels? And then we'll move forward. So Kuldeep, can I have the first video? This is again a hotel in Las Vegas. It's about a 3 or 4 minute video. Please enjoy.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when you wanted to be in the most relevant spot on the planet, you would go to the Sahara. There was that energy and that excitement that this was going to be an experience of a lifetime. We're trying to bring that back to life with the new SLS Las Vegas. A critical part of that change and that evolution is the right partnership. When we look at what Samsung brings to the table, whether it's on the hospitality side, the consumer product side, the content side, we're very much aligned. Samsung's technology personalizes the experience right from the outset. Tablet sitting there welcoming you. You're not just getting your key to your room to go up and get ready to go. You're part of the show. If you're not cutting edge with respect to your technology, you become irrelevant very quickly. With respect to entertainment options, you need to always be one step ahead of the curve.
Samsung hospitality technology is really about being able to create the guest experience that the hotel wants to. In this particular case, we're using the Samsung H Browser TV. Using our technology partners here, Allin and Cox, we can allow the hotel to create a customized environment. Customers are taking content on their mobile devices, smartphones, tablets, and the nice thing about this feature on Samsung Smart TV, you can readily move that content from your mobile device to the TV and watch it on the big screen in the room.
The content is a big part of this because as technology grows, content demand is growing, different types of content is growing, and Cox has a unique position to be able to provide that content. Movies that are still in the theater, movies on demand, different types of categories, drama, comedy, thrillers, etc. It's great for the customer because Cox Business leverages its nationwide fiber optics network to service over 85,000 hotel rooms.
So in addition to the smart TVs, we are using Samsung tablets, giving the housekeepers a mobile device to track productivity as they proceed with their duties through the day. The outcome of the product from an owner's perspective is that we're going to deliver on a promise instead of it just being a dream.
We have our entire team in the venue, road testing every element of it. Our tablets are ready to roll. The video wall and all the imagery and the content is on display. So we're cautiously optimistic as we approach opening that we're about to deliver an experience that's one of a kind here in Las Vegas. And if we're fortunate enough to create a customer experience through this venue where people will look back 10, 20, 30 years from now and say this was the crossroads of the next evolution of Vegas, that's our end goal. And with the Samsung partnership, having advanced technology, hopefully that'll be the formula for success here as we open this property.
Just hold, Kuldeep. So he says something which is very, very, very important. He says if you're not up on the technology curve, very soon you will become irrelevant. So you have to adapt technology the way the guest is transforming, the way your competitive hotels are adapting the technology. Otherwise, very soon you will become irrelevant. Now, there are other things which we do, not only just provide TVs or not just provide displays. There are other solutions which we offer to hospitality. I'm going to play another video from the Ambassador Hotel. Just have a look at this, and then we'll move forward on this. Kuldeep.
With a 4-star boutique hotel based in Bloomsbury, in London, we have 100 bedrooms and conference facilities for up to 600 people. Samsung came with the idea of, instead of using deck phones for internal communications, to use mobile phones. We have 24 mobile phones. All the heads of department will have their office phone and a mobile phone. The phone will ring in both places at the same time. It makes it very simple, so anywhere in the building you're contactable. Mobile phones needed to go through wireless in order to access voice. That's when we went to start looking at the internet and the infrastructure on Wi-Fi.
The key to this is having
a Samsung Galaxy phone that can be used as a mobile phone and an internal Wi-Fi handset that hooks up to the Wi-Fi network, allows them to make and receive calls as if they were at the desk around the building, but do it without having to invoke an app on a phone. It's just the phone, it works without any playing around. We look at different systems and nobody could come with all-in-one. Everybody would have offered us access points for internet from one brand and then the phone from another brand. Samsung was the first company that said, no, we'll provide you everything. The Wi-Fi network that was installed covers from the roof to the basement, not only for computers, but for staff to be able to communicate.
Like many hotels, we used to be reliant on not really a commercial Wi-Fi system. It was a system that we had, and it was very weak. Now things have been rectified, and we have the super fast bandwidth now. Everyone's really happy. We've had really, really good feedback from our clients.
We used to get around 3 or 4 calls every evening saying that there were issues with the internet in one room or another, so our duty managers had to go and reset them manually. Now this doesn't happen anymore.
Before it was running up and down, resetting the router, resetting the access points. Guests complain about the internet keep going down. That all that is going to the past now.
There was a long project. A lot of the project they did off-site, so all the setting up of the phones and things like that were done in their offices without affecting us in any way. So it was very painless, if you can say. The requirement was to replace all kit at once with a solution that integrates all together to give them a seamless voice and data solution throughout the building. And that's what we've done with Samsung. And I think any hotel wanting a new solution should take this very seriously.
So let me explain you what Samsung did for them. They were making calls, the hotel staff was making calls amongst each other, and they were footing a heavy bill with the operator because you're making a call with the operator. There's a Wi-Fi network which they had, which was not proper. So Samsung provided a complete Wi-Fi network for them. They made an application wherein if I'm a hotel staff, the moment I walk into the hotel, my phone gets registered on the Wi-Fi network, and similarly to the other staff, I'm able to call inside the hotel on the same Wi-Fi network without paying any bill to the network operator, to the GSM operator or anybody, or the telephone operator. So you save on the cost. Not only did we optimize their existing network, we made it better. As you said, he says that the internet used to drop 3 or 4 times, you used to get a call in the day. Not only did we do that, but we also brought down their cost of telecom so that they can fund this upgradation of the networks. So this is how the smart information, the smart management of Samsung helps the hoteliers. I move forward now from here as to what all does Samsung have against each. So my primary focus today will be displays. It will not be the other networks and other solutions that we provide. So for smart experience, smart information, and smart management, we've got 3 primary segments of displays. We've got the hospitality display, which will be the primary focus today. We've got smart signage, which is for outdoor signages, video walls, and other information display systems which you see in hotels. And LED signage. LED signage is something like this wall which you see. This is small pixelated wall. This is something which Samsung has just recently launched. Yeah. So covering the overall areas where the hoteliers or the hotel or the guests can go, we have solutions for all across. Like the indoor LED signage, so you can have this kind of signage, a large signage indoor, so that the moment your guests enter, they don't see the plain Jane, regular old architecture stuff. They see something which is more contemporary, and the hoteliers can connect to them. We've got small displays which can be used on the check-in desk. These are again, this could be touch displays, so people can check in, check out on their own. We can link up the in-room solution to the hotel management solution, the property management system. The moment the guest checks in and the moment the guest goes into the room, the name gets displayed, other information comes in. I'll cover that in the later part of my presentation. In the elevators, we have recently launched mirror display. So the display is a mirror when it is switched off. When you switch it on, it becomes the display. It is recently launched by Samsung. And of course, we can have smaller screens. The moment somebody checks in, it welcomes personalized messages. And the phone can be used as a smart key. Okay. So far what you saw was how the hotel was communicating to the guests when they were in the public areas. What happens when the guest goes inside the room and shuts the door? What are the ways in which the hotel can communicate to them? Anybody? Television? Telephone? Television? Or printed material, which sometimes hotel staffs try and slide below the door? Mobile apps, SMS? Exactly. Very good. So, television is something where we just saw that the millennial travelers will switch on the TV the moment they walk in within the next 5 minutes. That's a very, very strong tool of communication. The hotel guests can be connected through that very strongly in the kind of messages you want. So, we've got a wide range of TVs and we've got a wide range of solutions which help the hotel communicate with the guests. The first one which I'm covering is a basic, it's all available in our standalone TVs.
Sorry, Mr. Marwah, you'll
Yeah.
have to wrap this up.
I'm just wrapping up 2 minutes.
5 minutes.
Sure. So, the first one is basic elementary TV, which is a standalone TV. The moment the guest switches it on, you get a welcome message, you get a live channel. Not only that, the guests you can actually store information about the hotel. So you can have your number of the reception, the housekeeping, the room service on the TV itself. No need to keep placards right next to the phone, or no need to add on the phone. The next level, on an existing cable infrastructure, you can create these kind of layouts, which shows morning call, what is channel, it can have time, it can have other information. So the hotel can give one-sided information to the guests in a much more graphic format. The next level to this is a two-way communication on IP networks. Our TVs will go on the IP network. Your hotel guests can not only check how much is the bill, they can even book a spa, they can book a table at a restaurant, they can even access internet, whatever they want, the works. So the hotel can make this layout or the page the way they want, and they can communicate with the guests. Then of course, as I said, we have mirror displays, so they can be used in the washrooms. And we also have speakers connected from our television to the washrooms. Recreational areas, maybe some hotel wants to explore, some boutique hotel wants to explore recreational areas. We can give them displays which are touch displays, and you can create a recreational area or a public information display out of that. Like an amusement place, we can have video walls. Inside the lobby, the lift lobby, you can have the aisles, you can have information coming in, vertical displays, so we've got special displays for these kind of areas. And of course, the shopping arcades, the bars, the lounge, where you want them to spend more money. You can have your offers going on, your promos going on. This is something new. Outdoor displays which are totally waterproof, sun, snow, no issues. Then of course, solution for other recreational areas, gymnasiums, spas, business centers, and of course, security rooms. 24/7 displays, which are running right now at airports, a lot of hotels. That brings me to the end of this presentation.